What is up, folks? I am 1 month, 7 days, 20 hours, 45 minutes, 52 seconds, smoke free. So that is the same as about 38 days. Going strong. And I just got back from a run. I've been kind of changing everything about my life. This camera keeps going out of focus. I have no idea why. Can't get it to keep its focus today. Maybe it's because I'm glistening. I don't know. So today I wanted to talk about nicotine replacement, just because I have a lot of thoughts about it, and I recently had somebody kind of rude on the channel commenting on videos, specifically because Joel Spitzer had commented on a video. He responded, this other person, that don't listen to Joel. Some people are really heavy smokers and they have to have nicotine replacement, and Joel doesn't understand that. And I personally don't even really believe that statement, but also I think, and I won't speak for Joel, he has lots of videos about nicotine replacement and things himself that you can look up. But I think he's aware that there are people that succeed with that method, but he sticks by the cold turkey method because it costs the least, it's the most effective from his perspective, and he has a lot of experience. So, and I'm sure lots of other reasons. Again, you can go watch his videos, but I just wanted to talk about my thoughts about it. This guy said that he's a really heavy smoker. He was smoking 50 cigarettes a day, and that's why he needs nicotine replacement for about 7 days before he could quit. And then from there, he started with gum and then went to an inhaler. I want to start from the smoker's mind, because I was a smoker for a very long time. And of course, I tried nicotine replacement. And first off, I have to say that I was considering nicotine replacement because I wasn't ready to even quit, I guess. I wanted an easy way. Like, I wanted no effort. Get me off the cigarettes and keep the nicotine addiction. And I just think that's just like essentially a cop-out. You shouldn't, I understand wanting to get the filthy smoking habit away, but why would you want to be stuck on a drug like as if you needed it anyway? There's no need for nicotine. So why kick one and not the other? To me, they're both the same thing. The smoking and the nicotine. It's all one thing. It's all the addiction. I definitely agree that being on nicotine replacement is far better than being on cigarettes. Absolutely. But I think that if you are still stuck on nicotine, your chances of getting back on cigarettes is just so great. And now with vaping, it's like, hey, you can quit smoking and never quit smoking. Well, it just doesn't work that way, I don't think. And I've done like a little bit of research, and as far as my research has gone, and it's been very superficial, there's already been studies that show that vaping, while it appears to be safer, there are carcinogens in vape, and people are going to say no, there's not. There's water and there's nicotine, that's it. Well, I mean, I didn't do the studies, I just read the results, and there are trace amounts of carcinogens, cancer causing agents in vape. There just are. Is it safer than smoking? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, like, is a little bit of carcinogens better than a lot of carcinogens? Probably. But again, heck if I know. Back to what this guy was saying. So he's saying he needs nicotine replacement. Well, no, he doesn't. He needs to just stop smoking. That's all he needs to do. What's going to make him feel comfortable quitting smoking? That's different. But quitting smoking really isn't comfortable. It's easier the more you understand addiction and why you're smoking in the first place. But it is going to be an uncomfortable process with a little bit of withdrawal and a lot of urges that you're going to have to kind of learn to deal with, and they go away over time, but it's uncomfortable. And then when it comes down to him saying you need the 7 days of gum, and then he needs to have an inhaler here and there, that inhaler is keeping him addicted to the drug that he's trying to get off of. And that's like scary to me. And also, he was on day 17 complaining that he doesn't feel right, that he feels really strange. And I'll admit, I've had a couple of day 17s. I think I've maybe made it to day 17. This is probably my third time making it beyond a day 17. But I don't think I might have had urges still, but to feel strange means he was in a cloud of withdrawal still, like keeping himself in a withdrawal state rather than kicking the damn addiction, the withdrawal early, and then learning to be a non-smoker for a long time, for the rest of your life, I guess, is a learning experience. And like I said, I've tried nicotine replacement. I've vaped and I've used the gum, and I've also used patches for a while. Here's the thing. Let's keep it real. If you're considering quitting, like the thought of just quitting cold turkey, totally uncomfortable. You're like scared, you're worried. How am I going to feel? Is it going to be awful? It's going to suck. It is, a little bit, but it's just like a matter of patience. Just wade through the cloud of withdrawal until you feel better, and you will ultimately. But the problem with nicotine replacements, specifically like when I was trying patches way back when, years and years and years ago, I had the same nervousness about it. Like, I remember the night before I was going to start patches, I'm like, oh, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day, I'm going to do it. And I'm nervous and I'm scared and I don't know what it's going to be like. And it was totally uncomfortable and scary. And the patches ended up making me feel kind of sick. I think maybe there was a little bit too much nicotine. But, like, I don't know. Like, it still was uncomfortable. And it wasn't getting me off the drug. It was like this process of weaning, which I think is for a smoker, is super uncomfortable. For someone addicted to nicotine, lowering your dosage of nicotine isn't like safely and without you noticing taking you off the drug. It's like sucky. It's still withdrawal, and it's just slow. And God, NRT is slow and painful. Cold turkey is the same amount of pain in a shorter amount of time, and from what I can tell, more effective, at least in my experience. So, again, I feel the same way as I've kind of seen Joel, in that I'm not saying that if you absolutely feel like that's the way you want to go, not to do it. Because if you're going to quit smoking, and people do, using NRT, there are people not smoking today who would be smoking otherwise. So good on them and good on NRT, but really, so I don't want to tell people, don't do it. But if you have the desire to quit and you think that you could do cold turkey, and you can, anyone can. I guess that's the thing that was driving me nuts about that person saying, some people need NRT. No, your addiction is telling you that because your addiction doesn't want you to stop feeding it the nicotine. Promise. I absolutely promise you that's what's happening. Your nicotine addiction doesn't want you to go cold turkey and wants you to try, but you're in control of you, not the nicotine. I promise you are in control. I said it in one of the earlier videos. I had quit before this quit, where I've made it very far in now. I tried to quit about 3 or 4 times the 2 months prior to the start of this quit, and I couldn't do it, and I literally got depressed in my head. I was saying, I don't think that I can quit. I don't think I can do it. I am going to be a smoker. I'm going to be sick and feel terrible and die an early death because of it, and there's nothing that I can do. And when you say, I need NRT, that's the same thing. It's the same thought process. You feel that you are more addicted than anyone else and you need this particular thing, but no. You just don't have the particular will or the particular desire or the particular education. A lot of it just comes down to education. I feel like one of the reasons I'm sure that I've kicked it and I am going to continue this journey the rest of my life as a non-smoker is because I've put so much time into understanding my addiction and keeping up on it and checking myself and saying, I understand what it is when I feel urges, and my urges haven't even been this time around even cravings. They're just like fixation on cigarettes. Because I've never really wanted a cigarette. I've been done. I fixated on cigarettes and fixated on the feelings I associate with cigarettes, but that's pretty much it. You don't need nicotine replacement, and you can try it. Try it, and if you're successful, great. But I'm in the camp that cold turkey is just the way to do it. If you just think of it at a distance, like using the drug somebody's trying to get off of to help them get off the drug is just like, I get it in a weaning process, but it doesn't make sense. If you really want to beat nicotine, end the cycle and remove it from your system and don't let it back in. That's a guaranteed, like, you win. To get off nicotine, get off nicotine. It's just so simple. In any case, as far as my quit, because I don't want to just talk about NRT real quick. I will say here are a couple things that I've been experiencing in my life. I have a huge sense of pride about beating this addiction and no longer smoking, and I've been getting in shape. I've been working out. I've been running. I've been eating more, eating better. I have an immense amount of pride, and I will tell you, in my life, there are so many people that are proud of me too, which is awesome. Like, it's not even just quitting smoking isn't even just this personal, like, makes yourself feel good. Like, other people will make you feel good too. They will tell you they're proud of you and they're inspired by you. And this is not even just smokers. This is non-smokers as well. I mean, they understand that, like, they may not understand the feeling per se, but they understand that you were addicted to something and that you're, like, getting off of it and that it's great, So I will tell you, I've been feeling great about myself, but also the people in my life are making me feel great about the great decision that I've made. So it's all very, very positive. I hope that if you come across this video because you're considering quitting smoking, I hope that you will. Definitely look at different people who have quit smoking and put their journeys online and look at how miserable they are in the first couple of days and look how much happier that they seem later, how much more energy, how much less sick, how much more life they have in them. Quitting smoking sucks in the beginning, and it's so worth it to go through that and to come out on the other side and just not be a slave to something in your life and feel better. So anyway, I urge you all to feel better. I urge you I urge you to try quitting cold turkey. And if it doesn't stick the first time, I urge you to try again and again and again. And I urge you to if you somehow fail, not to say, let that be a confirmation that you're a smoker and continue for a long time. If you fail, quit again the next day or in 2 days, but don't throw it weeks in advance. Just get off of it. You can do it. I'm positive that you can do it. Another thing you will see tons of smokers say is, if I can do it, anybody can. And that's how I feel. I was so addicted. Like, if I can do it, anyone can. I was afraid, just like everyone else. I was fearful of what quitting was going to be like, and could I do it, and was it going to be so terrible, and this and that. But everybody's afraid of that, and everybody's super addictive. It's a super addictive substance. If you're addicted to it, you're heavily addicted. I guarantee it. Even if you're a light smoker, you depend upon the few cigarettes that you do have. It's just the way the drug is. So you can do it, promise you. And there are people around you to support you. There's the information out there. Go find the information, understand the addiction, understand why you do it, and look at everybody's experiences, so there's nothing to be fearful of. So you can go, once you quit, you can go, oh, I'm feeling this. I've seen other people have felt this too, and I've seen them on day 38, and they're feeling awesome. So feel the kind of shitty things that aren't even that shitty and feel awesome later. Anyway, man, I have been so all over the place tonight. But anyway, that's all. That's all I have to say. I'm just gonna end it. But I feel great, and I can't wait to talk to you all again about it when I make another video. Who knows? When inspiration strikes. All right, homies. I'll see you next time. Peace out.